Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode, and this is the Solutions on the Table TV Society, which is abbreviated as Sott TV Zambia. And guess what? Today we'll be delivering to our guest, who is none other than Mr. MWEEMBA. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Thank you so very much, sir. Good afternoon, and I'm very happy for you to invite me on your TV station. TV programs such as this one. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this is a Solutions on the Table TV Society, where we bring in solutions on the table. So right now it's about solutions, and I hope you are ready for this. So without wasting much of our time, we'll dive in direct to the questions. And of course, I want to introduce the topic. The topic of this episode is turning farming as a business, specifically the livestock production. I'm sure the last episode that we had, we were talking about turning farming as a business and aqua production. But in today's episode, we are talking about livestock production. So to our viewers, we are going to be getting solutions from our guests. And hope you will pay attention. The first question is to our guest is, what do you understand when we say farming as a business? What do you mean when we say farming as a business, or turning farming as a business, specifically in livestock production?
Thank you so very much. And that is a very important question that should exist amongst the youths of the day, because we find that even the country lies on the backbone of the youths. So if we have such kind of discussions on the table and provide solution, we find that it becomes easier, for we know that farming is the driving force of the economy of the country. So in defining what livestock or farming is in terms of business, thank you so very much. Farming in terms of agriculture, it is a business on its own. And allow me to define it in this way. Agriculture is made up of two components. That is livestock and crop. So these two, when you marry them, they make up what we call agriculture business. Therefore, agriculture as a business can be looked into in an angle of crop and also in the angle of livestock.
So you've elaborated to say agriculture can be divided into two, which can be either as crop or livestock production. Okay, thank you very much. So here is someone who wants to know, is a small-scale farmer, and that person wants to venture into farming as a business instead of just doing farming for consumption. How can you encourage a small-scale farmer to venture into farming as a business so that he can start making profits?
Thank you so very much. If you look at the business of farming, as I described earlier to say, it comprises of two concepts. There's a concept of crop and animal. Now, traditionally, the business of farming has not been called a business area. It was traditionally done in a way that people could not take it as a business. But here comes the civilization of realizing that indeed businesses through agriculture is there also to boost the economy. And as a result, we have such kind of conversation on the table. Now let me come to the part that I've mentioned of a small-scale farmer. When you're a small-scale farmer, you have to know how you're going to progress. At the end of the day, you should not remain as a small-scale farmer. You have to grow to a commercial farmer. And if at all you plan in that way, you're going to understand what it means to be a small-scale farmer. Therefore, for people that are contemplating to be small-scale farmers in agriculture, it is not that difficult. As for me, I got the principle of taking agriculture business or farming business in more of the person who is going through that to have patience. Patience pays in this business. Because at the end of the day, we deal with livestock that will be ready for marketing not more than a year. We are talking about a business of producing crops that won't be ready for sale not less than 3 months. So it requires patience. So therefore, for people that would want to go and venture into such business, patience is a key component. Therefore, when you want to establish a business in agriculture as a small-scale farmers, you have to realize the resources that are around you. As we say in the economics, we say resources are scarce. Therefore, we must maximize or use the small resources that are within ourselves, within localities, in order to maximize and make profit. So you have to consider the small resources that we have at the end of the day for you to maximize the profit.
Okay, alright, thanks very much for that explanation. From your explanation, I heard something you are talking about patience, having patience. Yeah, as a small-scale farmer, we are supposed to have, someone who is a small-scale farmer is supposed to have patience for him to divert from being a small-scale farmer into making profit, which is business. So I would love to find out what kind of patience, for how long is it, for how long can that one, that small-scale farmer be patient to wait until he established himself or herself?
Thank you so very much. As I alluded earlier, any business requires patience. Okay? You find that even the commercial farmers or maybe away from agro-business, who make top of mines, people who invest in mines, they do not expect for a profit within 2-3 years. They have to wait, others they will take a decade. So when we talk about patience, at the end of the day in farming, it also applies to the small-scale farmers. Okay? Okay? Yes, because I also alluded to say the purpose of you being a farmer or a small-scale farmer should be clear. A small-scale farmer should not remain a small-scale farmer. You have to grow. So always have that target of growing. Therefore, it is very important as a small-scale farmer to realize that indeed I do not have to remain at this point. I have to grow. So patience pays. How do I retain my gains in this particular year? How do I boost my business to go at that level? I'll give you an example. Here you have a small piece of land and you are into goat production or in a business of rearing goats. Okay? And if we start in that particular year, let's say you're a small-scale farmer, you cannot afford to have 50 or 100 goats. You begin with 5. Okay? How do I multiply so at the end of the day I should maximize on what I have? Okay? That's where now the concept or the issue of having patience comes in. You need to reinvest it, or you need to pump in more resources into your business so that at the end of the day, as you produce, you're able to produce at a high scale, and as a result, you grow as a small-scale business person.
Right. Thank you very much for elaborating these issues, critical issues that we are having, of which our viewers, this is Solutions on the Table TV Society, and we are here providing solutions through dialogue that you are able to see. Following the question, the next question that I would also want to find out, since we've talked about being patient, having that patience, in order for you to turn farming into business, I would also want to find out from you, sir, about the market. How is the market? What role does market play in farming as a business, not specifically the livestock production? And how can that small-scale farmer have access to that market?
Thank you so very much. Thank you for mentioning the market as one of the factors that we have to consider as a small-scale farmer, even before venturing into any business related to agriculture. Okay? So market is one of the factors that we have to consider. And I'll give you a very practical example with our own country, Zambia. Okay? Market is regular variable. Okay? Right now, we are talking about food security. Okay? Now I want to talk in line with livestock. Okay? Yes. So, you know how the body of a human being is made? If it doesn't receive adequate or enough nutrients that it needs, the body will be distorted. So we are talking about sources of nutrients. And one of the sources of the nutrients, it is meat. Okay?
Yes.
So that means that looking at how the world is moving, people are into what? Eating. So we cannot talk about a market in a negative way for a person who wants to venture into business like in livestock, because the market is readily available. Therefore, having known that the market is readily available, how do we produce? What do we produce for the market? That is the question that should be on the table. Just to answer the question, the market for the small-scale farmers, it is readily available.
Right. Thank you very much. So I hope we are enjoying and we are getting the solutions that we need. If you are a small-scale farmer and you also want to venture into farming as a business, I'm sure you're able to get one or two things. My interview of today has elaborated to say the market is readily available. Right. Following, I also want to find out from you, sir, about technology. I'm sure we are in the world of technology where things are changing every day in this life. So I also want to find out, can technology can it play a part in livestock production as a business? Or how is the importance of technology in agriculture as general? Can it have any of help? Can it be of help to our farmers? Can it be of help to everybody, to all, or to everyone that wants to venture into farming? How is it?
Thank you so very much. Indeed. Technology is a component that is playing a bigger role in agriculture business or to the small-scale farmers. Let me even not touch to the commercial farmers that are there already advanced in terms of using technology in terms of their businesses. Let's take for example, here's a small-scale farmer who is into chicken rearing or broiler rearing, okay? And we have talked about one of the factors that is there or that have to be considered when you want to establish a business in agriculture. Okay? A simple gadget like a phone, this is all about technology. How do I use this technology of the phone to market my produce or my products out there to the people? There is an issue of Facebook. All these platforms, if they cannot be misused by the youth, they can be an advantage to our lives. Therefore, technology has played an important role. Today, I may think of taking my goods to Kasumaresa because the market is ready available, as I say. Through the gadget, which is technology, I should be able to tell to say, no, how much today is one good selling at Kasumaresa. I'll be able to know through the gadget that I have, which has come with what? Technology. So technology plays a bigger role in agribusiness. Therefore, as youths, I just want to urge youths. Thank you for the question that let us not misuse these gadgets. They can be beneficial to our lives, especially to those that want to take a step and become businessmen and women through farming. For example, the example that you have given, poultry farming, okay? It can be used in so many ways. How do I advertise on WhatsApp? How can I formulate groups and add the whole community in that particular group and advertise my produce? At the end of the day, you find that your produce won't be staying for a longer period of time. The shortest period of time, things are done because we have used the technology that is just on our fingertips very well.
Right. Thank you very much for that good explanation, which is very powerful. So I'm sure we are following and we are able to get one or two things. They are saying technology is of very good value to agriculture. Make good use of it. At this time, I would also want to find out from you, sir, I want us to bring solutions to the table like we are doing. How can the government come in? How can the government come in and help out those small-scale farmers who want to venture into business as a farming as a business? Not only government, even private sectors, those big private sectors who also want, how can they help the small-scale farmers in short? How can government and big private sectors help the small-scale farmers in venturing into farming as a business, in specifically the livestock production?
That's a very important question that should come to each and every one of us, together with our viewers. Indeed, if you just understand why the government exists, it will be very simple for us to answer these questions, okay? So, government, one of the roles of the government is to create a conducive environment for people to do what? To do business, okay? Okay? And secondly, it is also the duty of the government to support the business community. Now, what should government do or what is government doing? I can give a very good example of the same government of the Republic of Zambia, what they are doing right now. Sure, it is of help to mention about this that there is what we call CDF, Constituency Development Fund, okay? And this time around it has been enhanced. Therefore, what does it mean to us as a community of people that cannot manage to start business at that large scale? It means a lot, because we have found that there are policies within the CDF that are there to promote the small scale farmers. So it is very important for us to talk about the governance together with our business, because these two, they move at the same time. Therefore, the government has come with policies of bringing money closer to the people through CDF, okay? And within the CDF, there is a provision for the youth to have access to it. Within the CDF, there is a provision of where youths that want to venture into business can have access to loans through CDF and also grants, okay? So what the government has advocated for is that let us form cooperatives. 3, 4, 5 people, 10 people, 15 people come together. Okay? They form a cooperative. Okay? And they apply to the CDF for a loan. Okay? CDF is able to give you a loan depending on what you have on your business plan. For example, we are here as youth. We have opened this cooperative. 15 of us. Okay? That is another way of supporting small scale farmers for them to upgrade. Okay? And you apply for a loan. For example, you apply a loan for 100,000 and you want to venture into goat production. Okay? How do you go about it? Those provisions that are there and all those policies are coming from the government. So the government is there to support the small scale farmers and provide the market for them. And at the end of the day, that is what we call a good conducive environment for a businessman or a woman. So therefore, it is very important as youth to make available for such kind of opportunities. Let's go through the CDF and access CDF and make use of it. At the end of the day, we'll be able to graduate as young people.
All right, thank you very much. Basically, enjoying the conversation, but I also have a follow-up question. Yeah, just for explaining, you said the government is coming in through the CDF funds. So I also want to find out if the government is engaging in giving out the CDF so that they can support small scale farmers, then why are we having few people or few farmers, even youth, venturing into farming, even other activities? I remember last season we had challenges in terms of climate, where we had little or no rains. Last year you can agree with me. Yeah, that one is also, that's a natural factor. But looking at the situation on the ground, few youths are venturing into farming, even other businesses. And we have been given the privilege of having access to the CDF. So what do you think? Does it mean that the government hasn't yet enforced that things, or maybe there is somewhere where they are not doing according to what they are supposed to do? Because they are given access to CDF, but yet few are doing farming, few are doing other businesses. Do you think it's working, or maybe it's just a story, just something like a story?
Oh yeah. One thing that I've just discovered is that as youths, we are afraid of taking risks. At the end of the day, we are forgetting to say that is what it defines what a business is. If you're a person who doesn't want to take risks and you want to be a business person, then you are not ready. Yes, so the most important thing is let us take risks. No, people are afraid of taking risks. You know, I'll make a loss. At the end of the day, they forget what is the important thing of them having that loss. If there may be two people, me and you, for example, you have decided to take a risk. Okay? Let me venture into a small business. And there is me who is saying, no, actually, it is a risk. I may lose my small 5,000 kwacha that I have. So, no, better I just sit just like this. You venture into that small business, and at the end of the day, you make a loss. Are you telling me that me and you are the same? Definitely the answers were not the same, because you will have known what has taken your business down, and you know where to touch next time. You have the resources in place. But as for me who has noticed that it will be very difficult. So risks, if you are not afraid of taking them, they are there also to teach us lessons. And you have also tackled an aspect of maybe that may seem that no, there is ready in accessing CDF by the youth, or maybe youths are not interested because of the long procedures that are there. Okay? CDF was enhanced under this regime. Okay? Under this regime. All along what we've been hearing is no, the CDF that was sent in the constituency, maybe it has been used to have a borehole, but this time around it requires this every member of that particular community to make a decision. And now the youth is also required to be there. And because of that culture, because by then it was not more of decentralized in terms of how money was dispersed to the constituency, it becomes something that we have to adapt as a youth. As a result, people couldn't have that keen interest of understanding what really is CDF is all about, especially to the youths. But this time around, the local government is there to encourage youths to have form cooperatives in order for them to access. So as the message is being spread, people out there are able to get the information. Like what Sott TV is doing right now. We are there to give messages to the young ones that let us not be afraid of taking risks. Let us not talk about the long procedures that are there. Things have been simplified right now. It is easier for them to have access to CDF. You find that one of the challenges that I may talk about, or the problem that we have as youth is that you may be talking about, no, we have no resources, how to access the CDF, but the question can come to say, what do you want to do? You find that somebody doesn't even have a plan of how he is intending to use the CDF that is intending to get. So let us have a plan of what we want to do. If we want to venture into farming, how do I go about it? Okay, what is needed? What resources? As a result, you gather everything and you see what you need. As a result, you move with your papers to the CDF, and people are able to, they'll be able to read and look at your business plan, and the CDF will be accessed. By so doing, I think we'll be able to move in the right direction as youths.
Thank you very much for elaborating these issues. So we are able to get, and we are listening to say, CDF funds, it has come for us. It has come for every Zambian that wants to venture to do business, that has got a plan of improving and contributing to the development of our country, which is Zambia. That's a very beautiful thing. So, thank you very much once more for that elaboration. So I also want to find out what are some of the benefits of us venturing into business, farming as a business. What are some of the things that it can do, the positive things, the benefit things, both as a country, even as a world, even at world level. What are the benefits of us doing farming as a business instead of just doing farming for food consumption?
Yeah, indeed, as you have stated, farming is a business, okay? Having known that farming is a business, in business, no matter how you may say it, you cannot do it alone, okay? So that is the reason why the government has encouraged all of us to participate. At least each and every of us should be able to be doing something where he is. Because they know that if today if I'm to venture into goat production or poultry, I'll still need people to help me achieve my goals. And one of the benefits of us doing that is that we are able to create employment for others. Okay? Apart from, yes, having profit and being able to build our businesses, if we venture into farming, for example, through poultry, we'll be able to employ others to work for us. As a result, we are also employing others. There is a huge degree of people that have not been employed in civil service. But through farming, we are able to do what? To provide or to push on the government's effort in terms of reducing unemployment levels through farming. Okay? Secondly, farming is able to improve our livelihood.
Right.
How? In so many ways. Okay? Because we are able to gain a little profit from what we are getting. It means that somebody is able to do what? To sustain a family.
Exactly.
Okay? If a family before you started making profit, was just having 2 meals at the end of the day, maybe this time around, because you are able now to have at least something to save after consumption, you'll be able to do what? To have 3 meals in a day. And that, all those are some of the benefits of having a business, apart from just contributing to the growth of the what? Of the country. Okay? So the businesses, small, big, they are there also to build up the what? The economy of the country. How much are we able to supply on the market? How much are we able to supply out internationally for us to bring in foreign exchange? So, as I said earlier, a small scale farmer should also think of growing. So as we grow, we reach an extent of saying, no, we have to produce this product. Let me also give you maybe an example of a certain Arab nation that offered Zambia to produce goats. Okay? So the market internationally was there. Yeah. But the problem is that few people are into goat production. Yeah. We are not able to meet the demand of the market. Okay? So if all of us will get involved, yes, we become proactive in what we are doing in our small level, you find that we'll be able also to grow the economy of the country out there.
Right. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm enjoying the conversation and hope viewers out there are getting 1 or 2 points and learning so as we can improve as a country. So this is Solutions on the Table TV Society, which is Sott TV, Zambia, and we are here to provide solutions like we are doing. So here is my last question for my guest, who is MWEEMBA worship. So my leader, I also want to find out from you, this is the last question that I have for you. I'm sure you are aware to say we are the Bank of Zambia has decided to change or increase the highest notes from 100 kwacha to 500 kwacha, of which there is also an addition of 200 kwacha as a note its own. So seeing in that area, or thinking in that slide, what do you think that change can bring? How is it affecting agriculture? How is it affecting farming as a business, either in a positive way or in a negative way? I would want you to elaborate on that one.
Thank you so very much. Yeah, in my small knowledge about the economy, yes, with the small principles that I may have, to my side, I don't see any impact in terms of what the current note is doing, what has been introduced. I asked myself a question to say, after the introduction of maybe extra notes, that's a 200, 500, does this has to do with any change of value in terms of the money that we have? So at the end of the day, you find that the introduction of it doesn't change the value of the current notes that we have. So therefore, in terms of value, I don't see any change. Therefore, I can also conclude, in my own small understanding, that the introduction of 2 highest notes will never in any way affect the inflation. Okay? So, as for me, I consider it to be, a very good approach that has been taken by the ministry according to how they are coming out with it, and according to my own understanding. Okay? So, by so doing, there are a lot of mixed feelings yes, when it comes to the issue of change of the currency. But let us ask ourselves those big questions. Is there any change in the value? If the answer is no, why should we continue complaining? Is there any change in terms of inflation? Will it support inflation? Definitely the answer, others yes, they will say yes, but according to me, I will say no. So, in terms of farming or maybe farmers buying inputs with the change of the not family or the addition of other nodes, as for me in terms of farming, I think it has no impact negatively. As for me, yes, because the value just the same.
What if you say in general? Since you say it under farming, it has no impact. So when you put it under general.
Yeah, even in general, right. As for me to my side, yes. You have been following up with the government explaining these things. Yes, at the end of the day, I was able to conclude to say, no, actually, it's general. Okay. There is nothing that has changed apart from just increasing those 2 notes to caution all the overall of the added part.
Okay, so thank you very much according to what you're saying. Yeah, those are according to your
That is my opinion.
Yes, your opinion
has to be respected.
Exactly. I don't want to bring a lot of questions, but a simple follow-up question. Here is a scenario. Let's say the minibus which is going to town, and maybe you're coming from, let's say, in Sott, coming from and they're going to town. They are charging maybe, let's say, a 10 kwacha. Then the passengers, they only have the highest note, which is 500 kwacha, and the conductor doesn't have to change. Don't you think that will bring in more confusion? Or if possible, that same passenger also wants to board on the same bus, can he be left out? And is that a good way, or maybe it's not impacting?
Oh yeah. The question that you have asked is same as asking a question to say, I want to go to the market and buy a dish.
Yes, sir.
It is just the same because you know that you're going to board the vehicle. Okay? Yeah. In the first place, as I stated, there's no change of what in terms of value. Okay? That was my simple explanation. Secondly, you know that from maybe, for example, from Kulimakawa bus station to Mtendere is too quite. Okay? Let us still use the same currency that we have. It's too quite. What will prompt you to go to the bus station with the 500 kwacha or 100 kwacha in the first place? Because now, let us be realistic.
Those things happen.
Let us be realistic, okay? Yes. The reason why I said in terms of value, even if we complain, it didn't change. We can treat a 500 just like the way we've been treating 100 kwacha. So wait first, let me just finish. All those in ways, small coins that are there currently, they're also there. Okay? So what would be so difficult for someone who knows that for me to travel from Kulimakawa to Mtendere is 2 kwacha, to have a 2 kwacha when we have these small notes that have not been removed? I would have answered that question if at all they had removed these small notes. Now if we have the 2 kwacha, we have the 5 kwacha, we have the 10 kwacha, we have the 20 kwacha, and then somebody is asking to say, what should I do for me when I have the 500? So let us think also in those lines. I think as for me, let me also give my opinion on the highest note. Okay? Yeah. It is something that just got my mind to say, for better management of the money to keep on being in circulation, it will force people to have their monies in what we call in our local language every day, is that it has to be in a soft copy, and that is in your phone, mobile services, okay? So, what benefit is there for someone to be moving with a lot of monies? For example, 10 leaves of a 500 in your pocket. So it also helps that people will be able to put the money in the mobile money, and therefore provide the services. I think it is also helping. And the second, on the same issue of the maybe Basi and the conductor. Once we have that provision of MTN, Airtel, Zambia providing such kind of services, it is very simple. Conductor, what is your phone number? You'll be able to pay your fare using what? Your phone number, mobile money. So it is also an encouragement that for us to avoid the risk of being attacked, we can also invest the money in mobile money services, and as a result, it will be very much easier for us to go and buy vegetables to patch without any complications of exchange. You have your 2 patch, you get your product. Even as bus conductor, they have phone numbers. You just use the phone number, the money is there, the 2 patch goes without any challenges.
Thank you very much, Mr. MWEEMBA, for this elaboration. Actually, this was just a question, and I feel there is more to it. I'm avoiding follow-up questions because it might shoot into our time. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching us from, we are concluding. This is Solutions on the Table TV Society, which is Sott TV Zambia, aiming at providing solutions to the society out there. So, today's guest was MWEEMBA, who was here to help us and explain, provide solutions on the topic which was turning farming as a business, specifically, which is livestock. Honorable, thank you very much for being part of this interview, and I would love you maybe to say something, the last remarks that you want to say to your viewers, or maybe where they can find you, if they want to have a one-on-one talk, if they want to meet you, if they want to do business with you, or maybe ask more about you and find out, so you can just talk to your viewers.
Thank you so very much. Let me also appreciate Sott TV for inviting us as a guest here on this important discussion that is there to give light, especially to the young ones. Yes, so if the young ones can have energy and also an understanding of what farming is all about, to find out to be having a well-driving force for the mother Zambia. Therefore, in my conclusion, we have talked about farming. Under farming, can we have so many enterprises that do not even require a lot of capital. Okay? You can have a very small plot, a very small piece of land, but you are able to place a poultry house. A poultry house that can accommodate even 200 beds. Okay? That requires a very, very, very small amount of capital. So therefore, my encouragement to the young ones out there, to our viewers, is that let us have this information. When we have this information, let us put it into action. As a result, we shall stop being beggars in the street. As a result, we are going to reduce the number of people that are crowding the office and just seeking for employment. Okay? So let us be entrepreneurs, let us venture into farming. That requires even a small amount of money for you to be established. Otherwise, I really thank you once more, Sott TV, for bringing to light to the young ones and all the people that still have energy to go and farm through the land, so that for us to have food on the table and have food secured nation. This is the way to go. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are concluding. This is Sott TV Zambia, and I'm your host, WIZA SIMUKONDA, aka Simzit, signing out. Peace.